Hi there, Sagittarius. I'm Trace, and you're watching EarthStar, and this is your April guidance. So now, if you are here for the first time, this Nine of Pentacles is your card of the year. And for you to understand it a little bit more, please go click on my playlist and click on January. Even if you just watch the first couple of minutes, you'll understand what I'm doing. I am bringing your year card into every single month's guidance for you. And yours is the Nine of Pentacles. I'm using the Tarot of the Abyss this month, which is a black and white tarot. And I just love the way that it's just, the artwork is so intricate. And the Nine of Pentacles, what it usually means is that you've got to a place in your life that you have built up over the years and you're happy with where you are. Pentacles being everything that's earthly. And the Nine of Pentacles is that eventual place. It's almost like the place that you're working towards in your whole life to get to. There's just a big sigh, and you can see this elderly lady here holding this little bird, and she's actually starting a new life. She's starting a new life of not working, of not worrying about her finances. She's received all the abundance that she can have in order for her to go forward in her next phase. So that is what you should be working towards this year, Sagittarius. It's your year card, and that's your energy of the year. So I'm keeping it here in order to bring it into your reading and see how it works for you. Now, I'm going to be using the Real Talk Tarot as your questions for the month of April. And Sagittarius, our questions are going to be, how are you coming into the month? How are you feeling? That's your first card. Your second card is going to be an obstacle or a message that you need to avoid, sort of a situation that you need to avoid. If any, you might not be having anything like that. And then your last card will be what you need to embrace. It's a message from Spirit, a little bit of action or guidance and energy, how you need to embrace and go forward. So Sagittarius, I'm shuffling for you now. Your energy is going to be in these cards. The intention is to get some messages for Sagittarius, and I'm going to cut them and I'm going to leave them on my side table here. I'm actually going to use this one sticking up. Let's do that, and we leave it there. And your first card I'm going to be drawing from my Earth Magic Oracle, which is going to give you the theme for your month, Sagittarius. So let's see what your theme for April is. What is your theme for April? What is your theme for April? You can hear my clock in the background. Maybe that is coming into you for time. You've got music and harmony. So Sagittarius, this card, there are two people sitting here playing old instruments from bygone days. And in these days, in the olden days and this century, if you want to say that was their life. They didn't have anything else. They didn't have shopping malls to go to. They didn't have television to watch. They literally just had this harmony that came from either people singing on a I'm trying to think what those they were called, the old pianos. I think they were called I don't want to make a mistake here, but these are old instruments here. So in these days, what is the harmony that they brought into their lives? And it was just music. So you're being asked to go back to the basics. You've been asked to go back to sitting down and maybe listening to your favorite podcast or playlist that you have made for yourself, or it's just getting back to the basics, Sagittarius. And that is such a nice message for you. I'm actually just going to see if there's anything in the guidebook that is extra. I like to do that just in case I'm missing out on something that needs to be given to you. And it says here, as we evolve, we have the instruments we've created, some of which we've played and mimic music in the natural world. There's more than one instrument to be played of people singing and the harmonies of their life. And whatever is pleasing to your ear is what you should be moving towards. And in these notes, you will sink in the disturbances of life. It will sink through that, it says. Here you see two women who are with stringed instruments, and they're making a harmonious blend. And they're absorbed into their lives, almost like a trance-like. Now, what I get from this book, is that you can create music around anything in your life. Your friendships, as necessary, have to be sitting out in the garden with a harpsichord, whatever these things are called, and making music. I think just the metaphor of this music, the joy of being with people, the joy of finding some time just to be out of your normal routine is what you should be doing. And it comes in so nicely with your year card here with the Nine of Pentacles, because you're supposed to be working towards a harmonious time in your life, not the trudge of paying the bills and worrying about just getting through things in life. And if you've got responsibilities that you have around you, I understand that, but there is also got to be that balance where you have time out so that you can replenish yourself in order to face those responsibilities again. So let's see what your card number 1 is. And this says how you're coming into the month. Now, the Knight of Swords. There are two sides to the Knight of Swords. The energy of the Knights are always fast moving, just straight ahead. So this is the Swords card. So it's telling me that your mind is racing and you are just busy in your head. And you know, he's driving a modern open top sports car with his sword bandishing his sword. Now that is telling me that your mind, you could be impatient at the moment, you could be a little bit irritated with life, but it also could be that you are clear-headed and you know what you want going forward. So take it what resonates for you, Sagittarius. And you know, being a fire sign, you usually have a plan, you usually know what's happening in your life, and you take life as it comes. But you could be in a bit of that sort of situation right now where you are only thought. So that is what's coming in for you. That's what Spirit is recognizing, how you are feeling at the moment. The second card could be possible challenges. Now this is the Five of Pentacles. It's not a very nice card. As you can see, she's standing in the middle of nowhere and she's holding a flower that's not blooming, and she's looking at all the flowers that are blooming and producing earthly stuff around her. Look at her face. She's not happy at all. She's looking down. She's got a cloudy mind. The Pentacles are usually about your earthly goods, about your health, about your wealth, and about your spiritual life. So what Spirit is saying to you this month is that these obstacles that could come along for you is to disrupt everything around you that feels like life to you. And what this Five of Pentacles usually means is that you're feeling like a victim. You are feeling like the whole world is against you, and you know, it's not a very nice time to be in. And you could feel like you're out in the cold. Here she is out in the open field and she's feeling the storm. So what Spirit is saying to you is that there is a time where you can put this down and just, here's your theme going on here. Just take that time out in order to find the space between those two nuances in your life. There could be a lot going on for you, and you know, you can't as a human being carry on that same trajectory, because you will feel like a victim. You will feel like you're out in the cold. So let's see what your outcome card is for the month. You've got the King of Cups. Now I love that for you. I'm actually going to look at the bottom of the deck as well. Four of Wands. There you go. So let's have a look at this. Let's unpack it. These are your this is your overall, what is the word I'm trying to look for? It sort of drives the whole reading, this Four of Wands. And your last card here, which is your action you should embrace and guidance from Spirit, is this King. Look at him. He's sitting on a box, on a board. He is about to go surf somewhere, or he could be just chilling on a riverbank. So the King of Cups, the kings are always in control of their surroundings. Okay, they know what they want, they know exactly where they're going. And the cups is your emotions, the cups is your heart center, the cups is everything that is happy for you, that makes you feel alive and makes you feel emotionally stable. And this King of Cups is very stable. You can see nothing is worrying him. He's meandering down a little river with trees on either side of him, sipping away at his little whatever he's sipping on there. And that is what Spirit is saying to you, is that in order for you to feel calm and relaxed in life, you need to take the good with the bad. You need to take the good days and go with the flow with the bad, especially here with what could be coming up for you this month. And you know, this is known as, in a normal rider rate, as the poverty card. But to me, I don't think it's about your finances as much as it's about your mindset and about how you are emotionally feeling this month because of how you came in. So if you're working towards this month, you cannot be in this space of poverty mindset, poverty of thoughts, poverty of woe is me, and feeling like the world is letting you down. What a Spirit is saying to you is grab the attitude of this too shall pass, this is not forever. And your bottom of the deck card is the Four of Wands, and that is about stability. You can see here they are sitting and they are holding hands. It's two friends sitting, chatting to each other. They're at a table in a restaurant. And Four of Wands is always a victory card, in the sense of you can celebrate your people around you, you can celebrate the life that you have around you, and you can just pull yourself back to stability. And that is what's overshadowing your whole reading here. So remember that when you're feeling very out of sorts this month, this April, Sagittarius, when you're feeling like your mind is so active and your emotions aren't in track. Put yourself back to who around you can make you feel stable. Put yourself back to your surroundings, your physical surroundings that are blessings for you, and put yourself back to that emotional flow and stability. As I said before, this king here, his description would be very much, oh, I'm chilled. That's what I get with this card. I'm chilled. Nothing can disturb me. He's got like almost like a charming, tempt me kind of vibe going on here. So if you use your heart and your intuition to conflict, just stay out of conflict and rise above that, either within yourself or within your work or within the family that you're around you. Remember to negotiate your empathy and to stay engaged and to drop your defenses when you're communicating with others. Try and find something in that person that is irritating you. That remember actually that they've not always irritated you. You've loved them at some stage. And go and put your earpods on and go and listen to some music. That is your advice from Spirit today. So, Sagittarius, I'm going to pull a little fairy card, because who doesn't need some fairy guidance in their life? Let's see what your fairies have to say to you today, because this is quite oh, the one jumped out of here. I'm taking that one. It's quite not a scary message, but it's a real message. This is real reality. Oh, you've got sexuality. Wow. Wowie. Okay, so Sagittarius, you are a fire sign. You can see that she's sitting quite sexily there with her pot of honey, and she's got this is the fairy with her wings. So, physically, I don't want to make this too below the belt, but physically, when you have that kind of flirting going on, or where you feel better about yourself sexually in your external, that could bring in a relief for you as well. Oh golly gosh, I'm trying to think what else I could say that with this card, but it speaks for itself. This is the fairy card that is having a laugh with you. And Sagittarius, you are quite a fun sign, and just get back to that again. Have a bit of fun in your life. Have a bit of fun with people around you. So that is what your message is there. The next card I'm going to use is the abundance card. This is my abundance deck. Let's see what Spirit has for you in this deck. So Sagittarius, what abundance message is coming in for you this month? What abundance message? Just take that one, and you've got karma. There's nothing from past life that can be addressed in the current life. So what they are saying here is that if you're worried about anything, if you're worried about the way that you are behaving, you need to address it in this life. So it's very self-explanatory, that card. There's nothing from a past life that can be addressed in the current life. And I'm also taking this as maybe what's happened in your past. Maybe you're worried about how you've treated somebody, or you've worried about how your actions in this life could be affecting you. Please, here's your message. It's just quite loud and clear. Okay, let's put that there. And then I'm going to get you a nice little next message, which is self-care. And it says on the cards, self-care isn't selfish. So let's see what's coming through for you, that you can have some self-care this month. To get yourself out of your head and more into your heart, and more into that space of not worrying about things when they are so prevalent in your life. And what is it that you can do for some self-care in that little time? There you go, Sagittarius. That's your card. Morning sunshine. Sleep with blinds or curtains open or ajar to enjoy the first rays of sunshine lighting up your bedroom. So there you go. Nice little simple message for you. Play some music, enjoy the sunshine, enjoy the people that are around you. Don't think too deeply about anything that is happening around you. You can handle it with the flow. Make sure that you are watching your thoughts and how you're feeling, and how you're feeling with victim everything. I watched a video the other day where this chap said, don't be unkind to yourself. The world is unkind enough. You don't need yourself to be unkind to you as well. So don't lie down and be a victim. Stand up and take life head on. There's your morning sunshine card. That's what you need to be doing. Okay, Sagittarius, your last card I'm going to be pulling here for you is the Crystal Wisdom card. And while I'm doing that, it's a little message for you, for a affirmation for the month. And what I'm doing, that I'm giving you a bit of astrology that I've read for the month. And April is a bridging period. It's the between the old and new section that we are going through in April, with all the planets how they are aligning at the moment. There's a couple in retrograde, and these retrogrades, we experience a lot of things from the past. And I think that's why this karma is coming up for you here. You could be trying to identify patterns that have come up from the past, and this is causing you to feel out of sorts and feeling like, why is this happening to me? Why is life so hard? Why do I have to see to family members that I don't need to see to? Or why have all this responsibility on me? And remember what your year card is this year. You're working towards a goal where you can get to harmony. You can get to a place where you don't have to worry about that anymore. You need to just put your head down and just follow through this month. Because towards the end of the month, these planets will go direct and you will feel a lot more freedom. You will be able to face lessons that have been really pulling you down and perhaps, as I said before, making you feel like a victim. And you know, March's energy was all about that. March was very much that energy of making you feel like a victim. So now we need to break these cycles, and we need to understand that generational stuff is big. You know, we've got big stuff that is happening around us that is coming back, and yeah, this is healing energy. We need to break the patterns this month, and we need to nourish ourselves. And your advice that you've been given here is a lot of nourishing that you can give yourself. All right, Sagittarius. So no more wounds from the past now. Close it off. You promise yourself a bright future, and yes, get in with what you can align with rather than what you're not aligning with. Be more grateful for the things that you do have, not what you don't have. All right, Sagittarius, I've been shuffling these for so long now. That one is shining, that had swayed me. Oh, that looks like a clear quartz. Let's see what that is for you. I like that because clear quartz are quite direct. It is clarity. I have clarity in all aspects of my life. So keep this, if you don't have a clear quartz, keep the energy of this crystal with you. It's quite a common one, so a lot of people do have them. And put this into your phone and say to yourself every day in your reminders as a repeat. I have clarity in all aspects of my life. You are not a victim. You can have some fun. You need to have that balance in your life where you have time out with friends, time out with those who make you feel from your heart center. Go with the flow. Allow things to come and go as they are, because remember what you're working towards, Sagittarius. Okay, I hope that helps you, and I hope you have an amazing April. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.